Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and it's Sunday, so I'm here with Scraplift Crafternoon, a hop where a group of my friends get together, find some inspiration, and we scraplift it. And this lovely layout is by Mary Ponciano. I hope that's how you say it, from Instagram, and her information will be below. I'm going to document a picture of me and my son getting the guacamole. It is a very important routine in this family every year right before we go on our trip to the for spring break to the beach. And we always send this picture in the group so everybody knows that it is legitimately time to get ready to go to the beach. So I am using as much of my Obed Marshall collections as I can. I have so much of it. So I have scraps, I've got embellishments and stickers, I've got my picture, and I have this gorgeous layout. So let's see how this goes. So this layout is full of all the things. Lots and lots of frames. There's tags, there's embellishments, there's banners, there's scraps and papers. I mean, it is so busy, but doesn't look like overwhelming to the eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you can get a busy layout that's got tons and tons of like embellishments or pattern, and it's too much. Like, your eyes just cannot take it in. I feel like the way this layout looks of hers does not do that. Like, I think that it's like almost like going to an amusement park where it's bright lights and lots of fun, but there's just so many cool things to see that it's not as overwhelming. And it's so fun to try and create. Now, I don't have all the bells and whistles. Like, I don't have a banner. I put a few more tags than she has, but I used all these little scrappy bits at the bottom. I threw away some scraps from this collection that were too small for me to keep. I'm trying to be really good about not keeping all these little bitty pieces that I used to keep all the time. I've been trying to use up these 3 collections of Obed Marshalls since like 2021. I bought a ton of it because I worked at a Spanish immersion school and I scrapbooked a lot for my school, and so I thought that'd be the perfect opportunity to use them. And then like 6 months after I bought all this stuff, I changed schools, so I'm not in a Spanish immersion school anymore. So I like to use any kind of opportunity that kind of goes especially with the theme, and so, it's guacamole. Plus, I have lots of scraps with this collection, so even if there wasn't that connection, I still would have tried to use this because of the same thing, like trying to use as much as I can of this collection up. So I got quite a few little bitty scraps. I used this bigger scrap to mat my picture. I made it a big mat, so then I matted it on black because it helps my picture stand out from everything else. That black mat behind there. I did double mat it. I matted it in like photo. It's like a bunch of cameras, and then I back matted that again with black, and then put it on like that really Aztec-y pattern. So, and then I'm tucking in frames. I'm cut some so I could use either in 2 places or just use part of the frame here and I'll put the other part aside. I was able to collaborate all of this together at the end because I had 2 of my little cases, the little photo cases full of embellishments, and 2 big cases of papers and bigger embellishments, and I was able to put it in 1 case and 1 photo box. I was very excited about that. So I used quite a few things, quite a few stickers. I threw a couple of things away that were small that I was like, why am I even saving these? So I'm just tucking all the things in. I love how this turned out. I was a little worried for a while there because it is a lot of pattern. I could not even count the amount of pattern, especially because of all the bits and pieces at the bottom. Now hers look like pattern paper, but it's like grid paper, which is much more subtle than pop bottles and Spanish words and stars and squiggly lines. And there's some feathers and leaves in there. Like, there's a bunch of different patterns. This is, like I said, 3 different collections. I kept them apart for a while, and about a year or so ago I combined all 3 of Obed's Marshall's collections. Buenos Dias, Especial, and Fantastic are all 3 together. And so luckily they all you pretty much work together. The colors are very similar or complementary for the most part. So some of the pattern papers, like the ones that I still have left, are hard to use. Like, I got to figure some things out. But anyway, I've put all these little scraps at the bottom. I kind of took my finger and bent the top one up so that it would kind of curve a little like hers are. I've back matted that picture to stand out, and now I'm just adding like all the embellishments and the wordy bits. I decided to call it Hello Guac. I did add that little fiesta down there. I wanted to use this tag that says good things are coming because, like I said, these are the guacamole. Now, the one that I am holding is the one that we always buy. It's our favorite guacamole mix, but my son wanted to get this spicy guacamole mix and try it, so he did. And then, so the good things are coming is very fitting in the family time. And then I put like yay and love and stuff like that. Little like scenery pictures because we were about to go traveling. So I thought those was a good time to use those. I did ink the fishtail banner and that white confetti tag that's over on the far left up at the top behind the picture because they were not going to stand out very well against this white paper. I don't think I inked anything else. I'm going to stamp the date on that little label that I've put on the right side. And then I think I end up putting like some gold and silver glitter enamel dots that came from like Hobby Lobby, or they're like Paper Studio brand or whatever. I put those on the tag so that there's no naked tag holes. And then I also add these cute little ditties. This one is like a speech bubble, and then there's one on here that's like a text message. I think those are the only two. And it was pretty fitting because I texted this picture in the group chat for the beach. And of course, everybody was like, woohoo, yeah, time to go to the beach now. Literally like 3 days later, I think we left for the beach. So anyway, here is the close-up of Mary's layout. Like I said, any information we have about social media will be below, where you can find her and her lovely layout and other layouts she's created. And then here is the close-up of mine. I hope you'll go check out Mary, as well as the ladies that I scrap lift with every week. Their information will be below, as well as the playlist link, which should hold everybody who played along this week. I'm excited to see how everybody took this layout. I really think it's so fun that we take a layout like, even especially like this one, and just see how different or how similar we create. And of course we use different collections, and some of us try to be like extremely close and almost, exact to the layout. And then some of us kind of go crazy. So I would love it if you give me a thumbs up if you like my video and or my layout. Thank you for spending time with me today. I'd love it if you'd subscribe if you haven't already. Hope you have a great day. Hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. And happy scrapping.